SOFI update here on the 17th. So I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible in this video. It might be a little bit confusing, but basically let's just break down what this is potentially right here. So if this is a falling wedge, we did break 640, like I said in the last video. That's not what we wanted to see, but it's still fine. We're still in a falling wedge, which is a bullish formation. We had that false break here, and then we came down here, hit the bottom of the wedge. So let's just say that the falling wedge finished right here. Get rid of that. 1 second. It's kind of bothering me. All right, E leg right there. So A, B, C down. So A, B, C, D, E. The bottom of the falling wedge, we broke below 640. So let's just say that the falling wedge is finished. A falling wedge doesn't normally happen in a C leg of a formation. So based on just knowing that, it's more than likely a B leg, and we broke 640, I would say the most likely scenario is this. We're making a C leg higher. And then this was the overall A leg. Because this falling wedge is normally not the C leg. It's normally a B leg, so that would make the most sense of this being the B of the overall B leg. So we'd be looking for the C of the overall B higher. Where would the expectation of this go to? The target go to? I'd be looking for minimum the 0.61 fib here at 867, right in that box, to potentially all the way up here at 1450. So that's the most likely scenario if we bottom today. That's number one scenario. The second scenario is a little bit more complicated because it's if we bottomed here, but this is kind of like a double three in my opinion. This would end up being ABC, ABC, A, B, C, and then this would be, overall, this would be a double three or a falling wedge in the C leg. This would be a zigzag down, another ABC structure right here. The whole thing would be a double three, so WXY actually. So WXY. So those are the two structures I see now that we broke below 640. This is not an impulse move of the next move higher. So take your pick on which one is the correct move higher. It's still possible that we break below 630, but I think the market is going to be super bullish from here. Even though it keeps on melting up, I think it's going to keep on going higher for a while, at least into July. So, and one thing to note too about this move, if it is a double three and not a falling wedge, is on this right here, we got a wave, B wave, C leg. The C leg was an ABC move. So then we get ABC here, and then we get the A leg down, B leg down, up, and then we get a C leg down, and look at this. This is also potentially ABC. So that would put us finished this part of the move. And then this was the X wave right here. So the whole thing would look like W, X, Y, like that. And it stayed within the falling wedge. It is possible that it goes lower though, based on the fact the 1.61 fib of the A leg is down here at 594, like I said in the last video. Possible that this goes lower, but with it staying in between this falling wedge and not breaking below the parallel line and bouncing into the end of the day, it looks like it's likely that it might have bottomed. And if it bottomed there, I would want to see it break above 668, 669 to confirm that this is not a 5-wave move down. So I want to see this break above 669, and then we can start that move that I've been talking about either way, regardless if it is this move. You can kind of see the parallel lines here, or if it's this move. And then we have this down, like that. So those are the two that I'm looking at. That's basically what I think is going to happen, no matter what. Even if we go down here below 6, one of these moves is going to happen. We're either going to go up here to 15, 16, 17 bucks, or we're running to a minimum of 867, potentially up here. And then if it's this move, we're coming down back down here. If it's up here, after this is finished, we have to see what happens after that. Could end up being a third wave, could end up being a C wave. A lot of different possibilities. So I'm bullish anywhere in here. Bullish. Doesn't matter if it comes down here to 594. So I go over all these little moves, and just to make it clear, those don't really matter to me, because wherever we finish up down here, we should be going higher within the next couple of weeks to a month or whatever. Earnings are in probably end of July. So anywhere in this area is bullish, regardless of what pattern plays out. We just know that this is not the impulse move of the third wave. We broke below 640. So that's the breakdown. It looks pretty good. Hit the bottom of the falling wedge. Potentially the E wave is finished. But again, it doesn't matter. If you're accumulating down here, you'll be rewarded eventually by at least going up here to 867 minimum. So that's pretty much it for this video. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Can we break above 670? It's going to take a while to get above the spot where we can say we're super bullish. You have the 20 and the 50. I want to see us get above those before we can even talk about being bullish. So you need to break above these two. So basically 712 needs to be broken. Break above there, and then above 795, we're headed to 867 pretty quickly. The 200 is up here. That's another one I want to clear. So yeah, if we clear above 795, then we're above all moving averages. We're above these resistance zones right here, and we're headed to 867, potentially up here to this gap fill at 950, and maybe even up here to like 10, 11, 12 bucks. So it's kind of one of those things. I'll believe it when I see it, but we do have this falling wedge. Let's break above that, above the moving averages, and above 795, and we can blast off. So that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know what you think. Do you think that this was the bottom today, holding the bottom of the falling wedge? Or do you think that we are going to have a slight bounce and head down here to below 6 bucks? That's it. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see what happens the rest of the week. I'll leave another update here maybe tomorrow or on Wednesday.